RV place, a dealership. I'm not gonna say the name for their privacy and whatnot, but I'm working on a job for them that they couldn't figure out. And this is also for my own insurance purposes. They had a slide that they have changed out one of these tracks on. That's what he told me. And couldn't get it in sync, the motors and stuff. So basically they removed the H column, and on a Schwintek, when you remove the H column, these have to be back in time. You have to take them both off. You can't just take one off without the other. It has to be in time. So both of these are at the very same spot as far as the teeth in the track. All right, so that was the initial customer complaint. I noticed that this side has been taken off too, and the room was really, really stiff. I could barely get this to move with the motors removed, but I have it to where it can be moved now. I had to use some of my CRC with Teflon on those drop block assemblies. It's kind of rough when you're working behind somebody else because you don't know what all has really been done to it, but I'll do the best I can. I know that I can fix just about anything in a camper, so that's not the problem. But this is what I wanted to show you. So when I got here, the motor on the left side has the original motor, and the motor on this side had a motor that was replaced. Well, the caps indicate different speeds. So that was part of the problem when I'm having such a hard time getting the room to sync up, is because this motor runs at a different speed than this motor. One is fast, one side's moving fast, one side's moving slow. And the controller cannot compensate for that. That's the controller. So that's a part of the equation. So this side of the room is really, really hard to move. I don't know what's going on with that. I know there's screws and stuff missing. This thing is flexing a lot. There's supposed to be another plate right here that kind of helps stabilize this thing so it doesn't move around when you're letting it in and out. So, but yeah, so to do this job, got my Milwaukee right angle, my M12 with a short bit. You got to take all these screws out. So you take the room, you push it halfway out, and you remove the inner screws, and then you push it out a little bit more to get the screws that you can't get to, like that one. So with the motors removed, you should be able, this room should move freely in and out. It should not be hard to move. And then you do the same thing on the bottom, then you go on the outside and you move the rooms out, take all the screws off of the H column, and then you can literally just pull that out, or you can, a lot of times I'll put the motor back in it and I'll hit the button, and the whole H column will slide down the rail before I take out the final screw. It'll slide down the rail. So that's what you got to do. That's what I got going on today. So let me get at it. So on this top column, before I've done anything to it, I noticed that the teeth on the very inside, it's not really catching, it's skipping, and these are chewed up already. So I gotta document this stuff. Let's look on this side. At the very end, the other ones look good. Those look good, and this is the messed up side, the side that's hard to move. Again, this bottom rail is really chewed up. I'm getting ready to take this off, but this thing is getting really chewed up. Let's take a look at the H column when I get it off, and drop block assembly and stuff like that. It's not supposed to look like that. You look on the other side. This side is not chewed up like that. The top doesn't look that bad either, but I can see the middle shavings in it. All right, let me get this taken off. All right, guys, so after we take the screws out of the black part, you can just tug on that a little bit and start rolling the H column out. Like I said, it should move freely if everything is proper with these drive blocks and everything. There's your torsion shaft, and then there's your rear drive block. And beat up on, but yeah, so this should, as this turns, it walks in and out, and it should move freely. I've lubed this one up, and this is just the channel for it right here. Gotta make sure these shoes are in good shape. So we'll probably clean those up a bit. We're gonna get this off of there as one piece and put it in time. All right, so there's the CRC power lube with the Teflon that I use. These things get seized up in here. And this is the whole assembly. You got the H column, you got the Gibbs, and the 2 racks. And these have to be perfectly in sync. So this is what it looks like, and I'll be syncing it up. You see I mark them top and bottom with an arrow showing me which way it goes onto the unit, okay? So now I'm going to start putting them in time by rotating the shaft until they both are together. All right, so I've got them on a tailgate because I need a wide surface for this, and I rolled them down, and you can see where, like, when I rolled it down, see, they have to start off at the same point, and this would be the most inside point, so I'll probably roll it down to the other side where it's equally flat on this other end, and it has to be the same. So as I roll this, it's pulling the see, it's pulling down the track as the spur gears. It's go. All right, guys, so I'm doing this outside of the H column so that you can see all the mechanism and what's going on. But when you actually set the timing on these, you want to do it while it's inserted into the H column. So when you get it all set, you can just put it right back up. So I just want you to be able to see what's going on, the inner workings on how the spur gears connect with the rail. And in a minute here, when I begin to set the timing, it's kind of hard to see what's actually happening when you do it inside the H column. So for someone who hadn't done this before, I felt that it would be beneficial to show it this way. I'm not the first person to work on this. There's my coupler for the motor. So I got to spin this around to where I can get this standing up so that they both can be jumping in at the same time. So I can't do that and hold the camera. Okay, so this is the setup. And you can move these close, they'll slide freely on the bar. So to time these, you can see my top and my bottom. You get it close to the end and then you twist it. It's always moving them both at the same time until they start to click at the top. And when they start to do that, you know they're both starting at the same spot. And then you let them go down, and now it's in time. So you'll feel when they start, they get to that very, you heard it, that very top one like that, and then you turn it, and they both go in at the same time. And that's how you put those rails in time. That's how you set the timing on these things. So the top and the bottom are both pulling. They're not fighting each other. Okay, I also noticed that this is the drive block, and the drive block has like a shoe on it, and the shoes are broken. You see the crack in there? This one's missing a piece altogether. On the other side, that one still has the pad. That one's broken. The shoes are broken on these. Going by the book, you really would replace those shoes. But I think this guy just wants this thing put back together and have it working. I'll let him know about it though, that the shoes are broken on both of these. But for now, I'll just keep working.